Well, hello again, it's Trudy here from HotPatterns with another one of our fabulous little YouTubes. And we've done this, well, really for two reasons. One is to chat through our latest pattern, the Weekender Boyfriend jean, which is fabulous, which I'm wearing. I know, so cool. Oh, and the other thing is to explain the differences between the boyfriend jean and a normal jean. Oh, and also to show off my nice new top, which is another one of our newer patterns. This is the Mr. and Mrs. HotPatterns Weekender Breton tee. As you can see, it's in a stripe, it's a Breton tee, goes perfectly with the jean. That's all I have to say about that for today. So, here's the thing. We've just done our boyfriend jean. It's a fabulous jean, and it's a very, very cool shape. And we have had a few emails, we only put it out a few days ago, we've had quite a few emails from people saying, well, all right, this is all well and good, but what's the difference between a boyfriend jean and a standard one? So I'm going to actually show you. It's much easier than just chatting to you about it. I'm actually going to demonstrate to you the difference in a very, very simple way. So the basic thing about a boyfriend jean is it's a lot more relaxed, but it's not baggy at all. And the main area of relaxation is kind of through here. Okay, that's the area that you really need to think about. It's not tight at all, it doesn't go in over the thighs, it doesn't kind of grip you. And of course you can, if you want to, distress a boyfriend jean, that looks really good. I didn't do it with these because this isn't a particularly heavy denim, this is more like a heavy chambray or a lightweight denim, and frankly I wasn't sure it would hold up to distressing, I thought it might fall apart.
Can you recommend some distressing techniques, Trudy?
I can recommend some distressing techniques. Distressing techniques, there are many, many, many. Obviously if you go onto places like Crafter and stuff you'll find loads of them, but my favourite one is with an orbital sander. Oh yes it is. You put your safety goggles on, get your orbital sander, you roll your towel into a sausage, stuff it inside the leg, and then you buff like a maniac. You go all down the side seams, you go down the thigh, on the knee, around the pockets, wherever there are seams, and you just buff away. It looks great, it looks really, really good. And if you want to kind of antique it, get some old coffee grounds, wet coffee grounds, rubber gloves on, and rub them into the seams. And what your husband will look at you as if you are insane, but he's kind of used to that now. He's used to all those strange things. So, okay, I'm going to basically show you now the difference in the shape between a standard jean and a boyfriend jean. And when I show you, I think you'll understand why it's such an unusual pattern, but it gives a really, really good result. Okay, here, with my trusty diagram.
Trudy, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit on you. So if you want to step to one side, I'm going to zoom on actual. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Okay, so this basically is a very, very fabulous diagram of our Classics Nouveau dressy jean, which is a real classic jean shape. Okay, that's the back crotch. We've got hips, and that goes into the front pocket, back patch pocket, yoke. So we know where we are. Now this is a classic leg shape where it goes in at both sides. It's not radically shaped, it's not like a huge kind of shapey shape, it's not like a boot cut, but it does go in. Now, here is the difference between this and this. I'm going to show you. The side seams are basically perfectly, and I do mean perfectly, straight. I know. It's a little bit shorter than a standard jean because you're not going to wear it full length, you're always going to wear it rolled up, so you don't need the extra length. And then, I'm trying to draw here with my fireplace behind it, which is not easy. That's how it looks. So it's gone, everything's been pushed over here, but we don't just like move the lines over, we actually have to faff around the pattern quite a bit. So we get that shape, and the same thing applies to the front. I'm going to go over the other side and show you the other one. Okay, so the front on the Classics Nouveau dressy jean, in like this. On the boyfriend jean, it's like this.
Okay, if you step aside, I'm just going to focus right in on that, okay?
Okay.
As much as I can.
Okay. I'm going to put that line.
Okay.
So you can see the difference. I mean, it's quite a radical difference. You may think that it's just, well, whatever, but believe me, when you do this different leg seam placement and you've moved all the area over to the side seam, you get a completely different look. Now, I'm going to ask Jeremy to zoom out so you can get my whole figure in because I just want to show you something.
We're zoomed.
Oh, you're zoomed? Well done, that man. Okay, now, I did this partly because that's the right way to get a boyfriend cut, that very kind of slightly relaxed, slightly masculine cut. And of course, the great thing about a masculine cut when worn by a female is it looks really glamorous and really sexy, which is always what you want. So there's two reasons to do it. One, you get the boyfriend cut, and the other one is that with the straight side seams like this, you can of course use a classic selvage denim. Now, classic selvage denim is normally quite narrow, about 36 inches wide, and it comes with like a groovy selvage. And it's very big in menswear at the moment, and all these kind of groovy Japanese jeans companies do selvage denim so they can have a nice selvage. And you see it when you have the rollback. Well, I didn't have any selvage denim. Boo-hoo, poor me. But I did have some rather cool contrast binding. So I just basically bound the bottom, I think 8 or 10 inches of the inside seams. So when I've got my roll up, you can see it. It's a nice little detail, and I heartily recommend it. So just to give you some final hints and tips on this, fabrics you can make the boyfriend jean in. Well, really, any kind of pants fabric. I mean, obviously denim, a heavy chambray like this, a washed linen, I mean heavy linen, a narrow wale corduroy, a gabardine, I mean cotton sateen, pretty much any good pants weight fabric. I mean, you could even do it in like a cotton jacquard or brocade, which would look gorgeous. And of course, shoes to wear with it, you've got two choices. If you want to go high, like these, you want to have a very clean looking shoe, either a chunky heel or a wedge. You don't want stilettos or kitten heels, it just looks wrong. Or you go very flat and you go ballet pump, or you go brogue or Oxford like that. Very easy. Now I will just finish up with this one, because I know I can talk forever. I'll finish up with this one on telling you why I think making your own jeans is such a cool thing to do. And I kind of forget this, so it's good to remind myself as well. When I was making these, I was making a couple of prototypes and muslins and everything. I was kind of grumbling a bit because it's like, oh, you know, I can go and buy jeans. I can buy jeans for $20, $30, and they're all right. They're okay, but that's all they ever are. They never fit properly. They don't wear particularly well. They're just not right. Whereas here, these ones fit me, and look, no muffin top. Got to tell you, for someone like me, excuse the dog barking, for someone like me, for someone like anybody quite frankly, no muffin top, major score. So the thing with jeans is, all you've got to worry about is the fly, the waistband, and a bit of top stitching. The rest of it's just pants.
Can you just spin around and give us a back shot, please?
Oh, you want to see my bottom?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, so just standard, classic back yoke. There, you can see that.
Okay, I got it.
And back pockets. I mean, really nothing to them, no more difficult than a normal jean. All the work is done for you in the pattern, the way we've moved the leg across. So I highly recommend you try it. I certainly recommend you try it with our Breton tee, because it's fabulous.
And tell us just a little bit about that tee while I've got you here and we've got the camera running.
Oh, okay. I know Jim likes to throw me in here and just go, come on, just do that. Breton tee, okay, well this is our very first kind of unisex pattern. It's not properly unisex. Unisex means one pattern for men and women. We haven't done that. That would be wrong, because men and women have very different shapes. But we did do a pattern very recently, the Mr. and Mrs. HP Weekender Breton t-shirt, and that has two patterns in it, one for men, one for women. But they're basically the same kind of thing. And the same kind of thing is this. It's a very simple t-shirt, ever so slightly drop shouldered. The ladies' version has a 3/4 sleeve, the men's has a long sleeve. I have to point out though, if you want to shorten the sleeves, just chop it off at your desired length. It's really your call. You can go cap sleeve, short sleeve, elbow length, I mean, whatever you want. For men though, don't go cap sleeve. I'm begging you, it's such a bad look.
Very David Hasselhoff.
It's really, we like to not hassle the half, but even so, it's not good. The body shape on the ladies' one is ever so slightly shaped. It's got a real slight shaping because we don't want baggy. On the men's, it's straight up and down because men tend to be much more straight up and down. And the final thing to tell you about this is the neckline. The neckline is kind of really key. It's what makes it a Breton t-shirt. The neckline, we basically make it by, you finish the front neckline and then you join it to the back shoulder. You finish it all together with tape, all along the back shoulder, around the neckline, across the back shoulder, stitch it all down, and you make the tape from your knit, which is what gives it the Breton look, which is really cool. So it's a slightly wideish, scoopish neck, technically speaking. So that's the Breton t-shirt. It goes really well with the boyfriend jeans. It'll go well actually with any jean, and it's a perfect weekend outfit. So thank you for being patient, listen to me waffle, because of course I can talk for Olympic standard waffling, and thank you very much for watching.